so we gotta talk about the Matrix. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, spoilers ahead. Like I said, you clicked on the video. I don't know what you was expecting, but it's about to get spoiler heavy real quick, okay? So I watched The Matrix. I remember telling y'all I was gonna go see it. I went to go see it. And it is so hard to even describe like how I feel about it. I think that it was cute. On the surface, it was cute. It was like fun. It was a fun watch. Like, you know, the action was sick, named bitch. I just lived for it. I lived for it. It's just, it was, like I said, service level cute, aesthetics cute, fun. It was fun. It was fun. It was, you know, it was a fun girl. But the more I thought about it, like as the more time passed since I left the theater, the more I want to drag it. The more I want to drag it, like I'm so mad. Like, and I know that people are already like, okay, well, the second and third movies weren't that sickening compared to the first one. So like, I get it, and it's no shade. Like, I know it's very difficult to create shit. The creators and the directors, like, I understand all that shit. I get it, and it's no shade. I'm not like trying to take a shit on people's shit. You know what I mean? But like, girl, it just wasn't what it was. Okay, so for me, I think The Matrix definitely holds like a really special place in my heart because my uncle showed it to me when I was young, and I think that was like, I'm looking back in my life, I think that was the catalyst to my love of sci-fi. I think, and then even when I rewatched it when I had more of an awareness as a human being, like as an adult, like it's just a fucking amazing, the first Matrix was just so fucking amazing. Like, fucking amazing. It was, I mean, from the aesthetics to the themes, to the cinematography, to the action sequences that were just like ground fucking breaking. The CGI was crazy as fuck for it to be released at that time. Like, it was immaculate, like a perfect fucking movie. It was just amazing. It was just amazing. Like, I could spend all day talking about how amazing it was, right? And I think it was amazing because of how groundbreaking it was. All those things that I mentioned, but also because of how groundbreaking it was, right? And this movie, I think, because so much time has passed, the climate is changing, literally. You know, like, we just live in a different kind of era that I'm like, okay, Matrix Resurrections, like, you could tell such a fucking groundbreaking, compelling story based off of all the shit that's going on in the world today, the way that media controls us. Social media is like everything. The internet is crazy. They're just so, and this is kind of how I felt about season 3 of fucking Westworld. Was it season 3? Yeah, the last season of Westworld. I was just like, how do y'all drop the ball like this? How did it, and for it to be, y'all had so much potential to tell a fucking cool story with everything that's around us, and with basically a rehashing, a reboot of the fucking franchise. It could have been so crazy good, in my opinion. But the plot was just not giving at all. It was just, the plot was just, I'm like, okay, so you wake this bitch up, I think, you know what? I think that maybe Neo should have spent more time trying to break out the Matrix. Like, we should have really, like, had him struggling to break out that shit again, you know? And especially if his goal was to rescue Trinity, I don't think it should have happened. Like, you go out the Matrix and gotta go back in, they gotta go. It was just weird as fuck. And then, like, okay, girl, I get it. We're meta. We're so meta. We're so meta. We're meta. We're making fun of ourselves. We're making fun of ourselves and poking fun at the fact that we're making a 4th Matrix and Warner Brothers wants another Matrix and we're having the Matrix be a Matrix inside the Matrix, and, you know, it's a video game, but is it really? And oh my gosh, it's Neo's. It's just like, okay, but they were making fun. Okay, if you're gonna make fun of yourself, make fun of yourself, but then like give us something, girl. Like, I was like, okay, it's really meta, it's really meta, it's really meta. And it would be funny if it was like 2 sentences of like making fun of yourself, or like barely one scene or half a scene of making fun of the franchise itself. But then, like, go on, if you're gonna do that, go on to give us a sickening plot. Go on to give us a sickening fucking plot, like drag us. But they didn't do that shit. I'm like, you spent all this time making fun of it, but then it's just like, it's almost like making fun of Warner Brothers' need to make another fucking Matrix. And I'm just like, it didn't give. And then Trinity got the powers of the One, and Neo couldn't fucking, like, he's just like, oh, am I gonna be able to stop these bullets? Like, nigga, are you serious? Like, what do you mean? What do you mean, bro? Like, you're the fucking one. Like, it was just not what I wanted it to be, especially for it to be released in 2021. Like I said, for there to be so much that you could pull from. You could tell such a compelling story. If The Matrix in 2020 fucking won, it could have been cool, but I don't know. I enjoyed seeing all the members of Sense8, like, you know, all the cast members from Sense8, well, nearly all of them, in the movie. Like, it was fun. It was a cute, fun watch. But then it's just like, girl, these girls sitting here in Iowa, whatever the fuck they was at. Naomi's like, girl, you are not about to fuck up this piece that we had, girl. You know what I mean? We were sitting over here really cute. We're just living how we living. We don't want to buy the machines, bitch. You hoes gonna go over there and fuck everything up. And I'm just like, all right. And then Agent Smith, I'm just like, what the fuck is happening with this nigga? You know what I mean? And like, the actor was amazing for him. I think it was great. Like, the actors, everybody was cool. They were just cool. But I'm just like, what are y'all using Agent Smith for? I mean, it was cool to see him come in at the end and, you know, try, because they were just making this bargain, like, bitch, if she want to stay, then your ass gonna stay, blah, 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 blah. I was just like, okay. And then he came in at the end and basically saved their ass. I was like, okay, that's cool, whatever. But I'm just like, and that's it? Like, what happened with Agent? What's going on? What's going on? It just didn't, like, the more I thought about it, the more I'm just like, it was just empty. I think you could have made this story about, you know, going to save Trinity, but it just felt like a video game. And not in a good way. I'm talking about, like, you know, a quest game. It just wasn't giving. I hate to say it. And they tried to say, oh, well, girl, the reason why we kept the bodies alive and we revamped them holes is because, like, if they come together, it's too much energy. But if we keep them just apart separately, then the machines can have enough energy to survive off the bitches. It's just like, okay. And then as soon as he woke up, I'm just like, but why didn't he? Like, if you're gonna open the pods, I feel like the machines should have been like, bitch, what the fuck are you talking about? Get your ass back in the pod, Neo. And I understand they tried to use it like, oh, well, girl, the machines are helping out. But I'm like, girl, it should not have been that easy. It should not have been that easy. Get his ass out that pod. I'm sorry. Like, the machines should have been on it. You mean to tell me that they're literally the source of all the energy, or, you know, a large part of the reason why the machines can live off of humans? You mean to tell me they're a large part? And bitch, he just woke up out that hole and sent the little fucking hamster in there, that robotic hamster in there, flying robotic hamster in there, to go pick his body up, and that was it? I'm just like, girl, no. Like, it should have been harder. It should have been more difficult. That's why I'm like, he should have been in the Matrix for a long periodically time. He should have been in the Matrix for a long time till they could figure some shit that actually makes sense out, how to get him out of there. Both their ass, maybe. I don't know. Maybe have Trinity somewhere else, girl. I don't know, but this plot, it's just like, the CGI was cool, everything was cool, but honestly, how the trailer was cut too, it just like, I knew how the shit was gonna go. Even the fight with Agent Smith, I knew how that shit was gonna go because he didn't use the little fucking telekinetic blast until the end, so I was like, okay, I know. It wasn't giving. It wasn't giving, and like I said, it's just disappointing that you could have had such a crazy, sickening plot, and this is what we got. Flying off together in the sunset? Like, that's how the movie ended? Like, I don't know, like, you could have used this to start a whole other, like, trilogy kind of thing. Like, it just didn't even give. Like, at the end, they hold their hands and flying off into the sunset. That's not the main, come, girl, it didn't feel heavy. It didn't feel like there was shit at risk. I mean, I'm thinking about how many twists and turns the original plot of the original Matrix gave us, and it's just, this shit felt like the entirety of the movie can be summed up with that one scene where they're all sitting around the table making fun of the Matrix. Like, that's the entire movie. That's the entire movie. It just disappointed. And then they said, okay, well, girl, you know, we don't have to go to the phone booths now, bitch. We basically did a software update on the fucking Matrix. So I'm like, okay, cool. And we just got some glowing doorways? Just get out my face! Get out my face! Like, it just, I'm so mad. As you can see, I'm so mad because I absolutely love the fucking Matrix. Like, the original movie, I will put that hoe on and watch that shit now. Like, I will rewatch that shit. But I mean, and like I said, I know people were not impressed by the 2 movies that came after it, but god damn, this one is worse than both them hoes. This one is worse than both. At least in the sequels, we had them niggas with the white hair running them hoes through, you know what I'm talking about, running them hoes through the highways and shit, bitch, we hear me? It was not. I don't like how they treated the Trinity character at all. Like, it's just, I hated it. But let me know, if you've seen that shit, let me know what you think about it, cause it wasn't giving for me. It wasn't giving. Anyway, on that note, I'm done ranting. I love y'all so much. Thank you for checking out the video. Make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.
Tell them keep it there, freeze. Fans coming out, but they couldn't scare me. Open up your mouth and give me 2 pairs, please. Baby, don't you wanna come excite me? Sink your teeth into it, don't tread lightly. I'm dripping wet.